Well, hello there, Sagittarius. It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are going to be doing your March 2023 General Tarot reading. This is good for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So we'll begin by taking a look at the overall energies with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the Tarot for more details. If you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's take a look. We're going to start with your Animal Spirit Oracle card and your Soul Travelers card. So you have Armadillo Spirit, Set Healthy Boundaries, and Desert Passage. Trust there is a divine plan. Okay, so, this Healthy Boundaries is so interesting because not this exact card, but it's just been coming out so much in the readings lately. I feel like there is this energy where if I almost feel like it's almost like your healthy boundaries, you have to take yourself back to the bare minimum. Really interesting because Sag, I think, there's a little bit of your healthy boundaries. You may feel like your boundaries are super healthy at this time, okay? But you need to pare them back a little bit more in some area. I feel like there's something that perhaps you are doing on a daily basis that you... Okay, so I'm going to say it's kind of like... it was funny because earlier today I was talking to, my son, and we were talking about nutrition. He and I love discussions about nutrition. We were talking about nutrition, and then he said that he had read some new information about a food that we thought was healthy. And I'm not saying it's an unhealthy food, but it was kind of like, oh my goodness, you mean there's a downside to eating that, right? And you hear that all the time, and I feel like there is something that maybe you are doing that you think is healthy, but it's preventing you from entering the next chapter. It's preventing from new opportunities to come in. And yet at the same time, it's hard to see this because your perspective right now is, oh, that's healthy for me to do. And yet at the same time, there's something that is unhealthy. It could have to do with a relationship. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to take a little bit closer. It does not have to be a romantic relationship. There could be a relationship in your life that is a little bit out of balance where you may feel like you have healthy boundaries with this person, but what you don't see clearly is that you don't have healthy boundaries. This person is perhaps overtaking from you. You may even kind of recognize it, but you're not doing anything about it. It could be that too, where you understand this person is depleting your energy, and yet at the same time, you're not really doing anything about it. That could be part of it. But because you're not taking care of this, it's kind of like you don't have new opportunities coming in, because then underneath that, we have adjacent possibilities in the Ascended Masters. There's other options that they want to bring in for you, but you're not seeing clearly how a relationship is actually hindering your progress forward. Really interesting, because then underneath that we have deceit and dark thoughts. I feel like this is a person, Sag, I'm going to say, I feel like this is a person that kind of like their mood switches a lot. Like they could be happy one day, sad the next, that type of energy. And your healthy boundary is that you're like, well, that's just them, or they're going through a lot. But what you're not understanding is that this person is really depleting you. In energy wise, it could be time wise, it could be even financially. There's someone in your life that is depleting you. Yeah. So it's really hard because it could be, a romantic partner, but I also feel like it's the energy of somebody that's really close to you. Okay. So when we have a kindred, partnership, it does not have to be romantic. It could be a family, a very close friend. It could be a business partner with the Two of Cups. But there's somebody here that you keep thinking we're on the same page, but guess what? You really aren't. You really aren't on the same page. And the problem is that they are getting more out of the relationship than you are. There's something that you're attached to while you're trying to stay in this relationship for some reason. So let's go to the tarot and see. Yeah, see, you're trying to move towards your Nine of Cups. You have something in mind, okay? You have some dream. This is, what you are dreaming of, taking action on it. But this relationship is depleting your energy so that you don't have the action that you really would, you don't have the energy you would really like to have to take action. Or they could be depleting you of finances, so you don't have the money, right? Maybe they borrowed money from you and they're not paying back like they said they would. So now you don't have the money to invest in something that you truly want. Or if they're always having drama in their life, right? Well, they're a good friend though. They were there for me. Okay, but it's a pattern. It's a pattern so much that you're kind of accepting it as, well, this is just the way this is, or this person is. If it's a situation, well, that's just the way this job is, but what you're not understanding is depleting you so much that you don't have the energy to go after what it is that you truly want. And it's almost as if you're being really nice about it, Sag. I mean, I feel like you are being really nice about it and just kind of like allowing them a lot of excuses, a lot of leeway, not having a conversation about it. Yeah, you're showing up, but you're holding back. This is a burden. This is a burden that is preventing you from moving forward, from having new options come in, new relationships, new situations. You're going to be stuck where you are until you drop the burden of whatever this is. Yeah, we have the devil. We have the devil with the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Swords and then the Lovers. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This could be somebody you're married to. Does not have to be. It could be a business partner, or it could be, it could be a business partner, or even a strong family head of household, some type of that, or a spouse. It could. But the energy here that I want to come back to, okay, is that there's some reason why you don't want to speak up to this person. It's kind of like the 8 of Swords has the blindfold on there, Sag, right? The 8 of Swords, but you have the blindfold onto how this relationship is holding you back from what you really want. This could be a romantic partner that you would like to marry, okay? You would like to marry, you would like to move forward in life with, right? And when I have enough money, or when, I get that next promotion, or, there's always a reason why you're not going from, being engaged to actually getting married. There, you know what I'm saying? There's, or it's your boss that says, oh, yes, you want the promotion, you have a career that in mind, a place that you're wanting to get to, right? Oh, yes, we're going to, you're up next for promotion or something like that, but then it never happens. It's that type of energy where you're allowing yourself, okay, and I'm saying this in a very loving way because I feel like you're blinding yourself, okay, to what is really going on in this relationship, because it's almost like they know the carrot to dangle in front of your face, right? They know, this person, okay, they know the carrot. They know how to dangle the carrot to keep you kind of like, I don't want to say you're a puppet, but to keep you in the realm, okay, so that you won't leave, you won't go in another direction, you won't go after what it is that you truly want. So they're almost like breadcrumbing you, right? They're giving you just enough to keep you in this game, this situation, this relationship. But it's kind of like, I feel like intuitively, because, you're showing up in your own reading here. I thought I had the Temperance. Yes, I do. Sorry. You are wanting to be victorious, but it's kind of like you can't. You're at a standstill in this relationship. This relationship is holding you from finding the victory that you are seeking. Wow. I feel like if you're resonating with this message, you kind of know the situation. You probably already intuitively also know that this person is holding you back from what you are dreaming of. And yet it's hard to make that change, because you just, every time you want to make a change or have that conversation or leave the situation, right? It's kind of like they have that carrot again, next month, 6 months from now. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. So your obstacle, and this is what you're overcoming in the next 4 to 5 weeks. You see the red flags here. You see the storm warnings. You know that what they are seeing, okay, is just, it's manipulative. It's breadcrumbing. It's dangling a carrot in front of your eyes. You know that you have the power to go in a new direction, and yet at the same time you're staying. You're staying because, I don't know, part of me says that you've put so much time and energy into this situation, this relationship, that's like, oh, I don't want to start all over, right? There's that kind of energy. And then there's also the other energy of, well, if I do go in my own direction, am I going to find the success that I really want, the happiness that I really want? Am I better off to stay in a situation that isn't perfect, right? And then still have hope that one day it'll change? Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Once again, judgment. I put 7 of Pentacles, reassessing. It's time to make a decision. I've put so much time and energy into this, But you have the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of like, okay, how do I get the blessings to come in? How do I get this barren landscape to have trees and vegetation, right? Water. Yeah. This person just knows how to, is playing on your doubts and fears. Let's put it that way. Or your lack of confidence. Okay. So once again, it could be that, you're in some type of a career, in a job. Okay. And you took that job because you were like, oh, this is a great, like apprenticeship type energy or internship. Right. But you were also promised promotions or pay raises or more training or something like that. It's not panning out. It's not panning out. But this person kind of, I feel like perhaps you got into this situation because you thought you were going to get a lot out of the situation that will help you in the long run. But that's not the way it's panning out. But so you may have a little bit of guilt, because it's kind of like, well, I was, hoping to get a lot more out of this. You could be kind of like having a little bit of those feelings, but it's about seeing this truthfully, understanding, wait a minute, I want to see this truthfully, logically. What is going on? What are the facts, right? What are the facts? And what is it that I want out of the situation? How do I want to celebrate this? How do I move towards my 10 of Cups? Is my 10 of Cups here? If my 10 of Cups really isn't here, then why am I here? And it's a tough, it is a tough situation. So let's take a look. Yeah, you have indecision. This is your next step, advice from Spirit. You're undecided, right? Because you're kind of like, I feel like you're kind of backed up into a corner. I had a friend once, she took a job, and it was at a time in her life where she really needed a job that paid well. Okay. And she took a job that had like a signing bonus, right? And like if she signed on, and she would get like $5,000 right up front, and then she'd get another $5,000 like 6 months into the job. But she had to stay there 2 years, or she was going to have to pay the whole $10,000 back. Okay. And it was a much harder job than she thought it was going to be, right? But she needed that money up front. She needed like that $5,000 right up front. She needed that second 5,000, in a month or 2 or 3 months, whatever it was, right? And she spent that money because, she needed the money, right? And then she was kind of like stuck in this job, And she was like, oh my goodness, like I feel a little bit like, I sold my soul to the devil. And actually the job ended up being great, but it was really, really difficult. And at the time I said to her, well, the problem is that your employer also knows that you have to pay that money back, right? And so they were putting a lot of responsibility on her, almost like using her, right? She thought she was using them, getting the signing bonus, but then she felt very used, right? And so in the end, it worked out, and she's been there for years now. But it was a really rough couple of years. And I wonder if you're kind of like not in a situation like that, where you thought, oh my goodness, yeah, this is really going to help me out. This is going to get me where I want to go. And then suddenly, you realize, ooh, I kind of like sold my soul to the devil, or I painted myself into a corner. I can't get out of this at this time. So it's kind of like that has been preventing you from making a decision about how to move forward. So it's understanding, okay, let me look at this truthfully. The Page of Swords is speaking your truth to yourself first. What is the truth of this situation, instead of wearing the blindfold and kind of almost like denying the energy of this situation, kind of looking at it, from your perspective, perhaps from another person's perspective. How did you get yourself into this situation? Because that is going to also help you to decide, is this a situation I truly want to stay in, or is this a situation I want to leave? So let's see what we have here. King of Cups, Two of Cups, and then the Eight of Swords. Yeah. I feel like for some of you, it could be either a business partnership or a romantic partnership, right? But understanding, okay, that the love needs to be expressed in this situation, right? You could feel at this time that, you're not receiving what you need. I think what you need, you're not receiving. It's not like just a want, it's a need. You're not receiving what you need. You're not receiving the love, the emotional support. And it's breaking your confidence. Understanding that this person, this situation is depleting you of the thing that will help you. It's really kind of sad because it's depleting you of the confidence that you may need in order to move forward, to leave the situation, or to change the situation, to see it truthfully. This person, I don't know if this is going to resonate for all of you, but if it is resonating for you, I really, I get the sense that someone is, really deceiving you in a way that I feel like you kind of know this, and yet at the same time, once again, it's kind of like you're backed up into a corner. You do have happy success, and you have professional assistance. It could be asking for some professional assistance, whether that's a counselor, a therapist. If it's a health issue, asking, going to a doctor, a lawyer, a financial, it could be somebody is kind of like, I don't know. They're saying the word blackmail. You could even have somebody blackmailing you, It's that type of energy where somebody knows how to keep you in this situation. I really do send you a lot of love and hugs, Sag, because it's a hard energy to be in. It's so interesting because I tried to start your reading a couple of times, and there was just like technical things and Maggie and I was like, what is going on? I actually went and did a different reading and that one went really easy, and I was like, yeah, there was something. So I don't know why it was delayed. I feel like I want to only share that with you because it could have something to do with your situation. Something is being delayed, or something like that. All right. Well, Sag, let's pull a Soul Truth card for you here at the end. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Okay, am I focused on what I want most? One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. What you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? Prioritize. Yeah, a little bit of an energy of, this is, you're allowing, once again, this is where your focus should be, what it is that you want to take action on, what it is that you want to create for yourself, the happiness, the joy, the abundance, right? But somebody is really depleting your energy here. And I feel like this person is taking your focus off what it is that you truly want for yourself. They may not be dangling the carrot, okay, that helps you to get to here, right? You may think that they are, but there's also this energy where they're trying to almost like detract you from what it is that you truly want for yourself. If it's a romantic partner or something like that, they may be dangling a carrot to keep you where you are instead of you taking action and going out into the world to find your 9 of Cups, right? Yeah. Really interesting. I feel like I need to end this with an angel message card. They gave me, let's see what we have here. Patience. Isn't that interesting? Because that's the Temperance energy and that's your energy. Patience is required at the moment. You may feel that things are not moving as fast as you would like, yet there is a lot going on energetically. The current situation causing concern is evolving positively. Let go and have patience. You will eventually realize that this whole event was in fact a blessing. All is perfect as it is. Trust. You are eternally loved and guided. So I love that energy. It's about, understanding that they keep showing me that blindfold on the 8 of Swords. It is that energy, right, of understanding that you're kind of being stuck in this position, perhaps for a little bit, just so that you can see where it is that you truly want to go. Really beautiful. All right, I send you much love and hugs. I really appreciate all of your support, and I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.